Good morning, Deify here, and welcome back to the... What's this? Want to open... no, not now. Okay, I was wondering. Welcome back to The Sims 4, our legacy with the Creach family, if you couldn't tell by my, misunderstanding right there. I'm on my new computer now, and it's pretty sweet. I'm still trying to get everything set up because switching computers is such a hassle. Unfortunately, one word of warning, I did need to borrow my friend's keyboard for this, and it's mechanical, so unfortunately you'll probably be hearing that a lot more than you would have on my laptop. And I apologize if it bugs you. I would say it would get better, but I have a mechanical keyboard myself at home. Hopefully I can have a better recording setup, but for the time being it will probably just kind of need to happen. So I'll try and not to clack around too much. Thankfully The Sims is good for that. I don't need to like mash keys, but it will probably happen. Just throwing that out there. Let's throw the cheesecake in there. Bianca, I'm going to send you, oops, well, I guess you get, actually no, don't sleep. Claim the bed, and, come on, then sleep. And Viviana, wake up, claim the bed, and then sleep. So, the transfer seemed to be a success. EA likes to get a lot of hate, but honestly, I mean, actually, it's probably Maxis's doing, but they make it really easy to transfer saves, and honestly, that's really nice. It was just a matter of literally copying a folder onto a hard drive and then back. I mean, granted, I haven't checked out everything. No, we're fine. We're fine, because we can go all the way up to Bundrick. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're fine. Nothing was lost. Awesome. So yeah, just everything worked out really well. I'm happy. Granted, I'm also happy today for other reasons. Namely, when I woke up. Actually, okay, not exactly when I woke up, because I think it came online at like noon, and I did not sleep till noon. But when I got on YouTube, sometime like right around lunch, I saw a video in my subscription feed that was, well, it confused me for a minute, because it was called Sims 2 Create a Sim, Alma Creach, and I saw Alma Creach, and my brain has not been working well, but I saw it, and I'm like, that name sounds familiar. Where do I know that name from? And I sat there for like literally a good 5 seconds. I'm like, oh wait, Alma's my sim. And then my brain immediately went from there to, I don't remember uploading this video. Why has this happened? And it like took me a long while until I finally looked at the author, and it was actually, oh, does that show up? No, that doesn't. I still have Steam notifications turned on because, you know, new computer. Forgot to change that, but I was like, yeah, I don't remember uploading that video. And then I finally looked at the author. It was from Musical Geek, and I'm like, oh, of course I don't remember uploading it, because it's not mine. And then I was just super psyched. I was like, what? Someone likes my Sims enough to make a video of them, you know, like, making them? Like, that's crazy. And so now I like that. So I went from that, and then I had like this, like, I was watching it like literally mouth agape for like the entire, what was it, like 2.5 minutes, something like that. I was like, one, how can anyone be that good at Create a Sim? I suck at it. It's amazing. I also suck at house building, but if I recall correctly, I think she said she does too in her Sims 2 Legacy. But yeah. You know, maybe house building is just like a typical thing to suck at unless you really train. No, go actually continue playing, because you need fun. But then I had this like instantaneous moment of like feeling bad. I was like, oh, in the last episode I said that I was gonna just move Alma out as soon as she grew up. There, got some synchronized animations going on here. Good job, you two. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Say cheese. That's really good. But yeah, so now I'm like, oh, you know, maybe I won't move her out because it's her favorite sim. So I'm like, okay. I'll probably move the other two out. Alma's a kleptomaniac, of course. Which means she's kind of just, she's still the demon child I always hoped she would be. And we're glad for that. But yeah, so I'll link to that video in the description thingy. If I don't, berate me in the comments. I like to pretend that I can remember things sometimes, but other times, you know, I'm just really not good at it. Bianca, good morning! How about you come up here and go resume writing? You already have a book called Blight. It's a good book, trust me. So yeah, now I'm just like, now I'm looking at Alma in a new light. Cause I'm like, you were like my favorite child sim, and then you grew up and like, I didn't want to create a sim. You also, look how smooth this panning is now. Cause I was like, you just kind of look awesome. I was really happy with how she just came out. Oh, that was not home. Give me a minute. There it is. I need to get used to where these new keys are. Because, you know, laptop keyboards are different layouts than standard keyboards. Yeah, so now I'm like, oh. She grew up and I was like, she looks really good. She's no longer the demon child. Then she got the kleptomaniac trait and I'm like, no, she's still a demon child. And honestly, you know, I feel kind of bad. Maybe I can treat her better now because The Sims definitely runs better on this computer. But that's probably due to the fact that it has an outrageous amount of RAM and an outrageous processor and an outrageous video card. Like, it is just eons above what my laptop ever was. And, you know, my laptop was not a slugger. Sluggish is what I mean to say. It definitely worked its booty off. Man, look at how quickly he knew to go to school. Oh, it's really good. You're going to school and you're off to school. Great. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I will just be able to take more time. Not like more needless time, but like less. Because before, like on my laptop, it was coming to the point where I was like, okay, I just want to have one baby real quick on every generation. Because it was getting really slow. By the way, Andrea, you are still alive. How is this possible? Your garden's kind of, you know, I'm letting it go, but I would really just like to see you just harvest all this stuff as quickly as you can. Bianca's still writing, right? Yeah, good. She's almost level 10 writing. That's real nice. And Viviana, you... Right. You had that. You want to finish reading books. How about you go read Real Hurting? That's a good book from what I hear. I do wish, I'm actually kind of curious, because did they stop reading? Wow, she made 2,700 on her first one. Look at that, that's so good. She finished writing an entire book. Yep, we're getting a phone call. Hello, no Santino. So yeah, did they stop reading when they're at maximum fun still? I mean, it's not seeming like it, which is good, because I don't want her to stop reading until that book is done. Alma, how about you make friends also? Because I do want to pay attention to Viviana a little bit more. But now I'm also kind of curious, like, maybe we could just have a secondary family going on with Alma. Let's ditch and go, you know what? Since loading screens aren't really a problem anymore, watch this. Watch how fast this is. I mean, it's not like blazing fast, but like, what are we at now? Like maybe 10, 11, 12, 13. This might be a bad example. This loading screen still seems to be taking quite a while. I wonder if it's like first time loading blues or something. I mean, I don't know. It still seemed quite fast. It definitely at least gets into the game a lot faster. So we have Kylie Fires here. But if I recall correctly, you guys are family. Yeah, so it's not, we can't really do that, but I mean, we can scope out some of the people, like Damon Caballero here. He's there. Who are you? Khalil Parks? How about you look right up here, Khalil? Look, hey, buddy, I don't need your, oh gosh, that beard. He's magnificent. That beard, that smile. Oof. The one downside to this computer, it's not even to the computer, it's just to my recording setup, is my TV is sitting on like, so you know how like desks sometimes have like it's like I don't know how to, it's like a second shelf on them, and it like sits on the desk proper and then just stand up. Yeah, well my TV's on that shelf. So, and just because of the TV style, I wonder if there's actually an option. Oh, he did not like that introduction for some reason, whatever, he's an adult. But because of like the style or maybe some setting, it does like that color distortion when you're looking at it from an angle. So, why are you very sad? Witnessing death of a loved one, that's right, that did kind of happen. But yeah, so like I'm sitting down here and like everything's really red. And so, you know, that's just not that helpful. I like how we keep calling this guy out here. It's like, hello, you can go in and talk with him, you know what I'm saying? Debate game strategy. Don't complain about everything, try and brighten his day. You know, ask for advice, see if he can just help you out. Yeah, so everything's dark. It will be a lot better when I'm at home and actually have real monitors, because I don't, you know, have those, so I just needed to use my TV. Show off your outfit, because, you know, it's a darling outfit, I gotta say. Like, I'm just seeing Alma in, like, a totally different light right now, just because, like, it's just so weird, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like, I started YouTube, as just, I can't say you, like a stress relief, more or less. Like, it started, I think, my junior year, and I was kind of like, you know what, well, okay, it started my freshman year, for real, if you want to go back and watch, like, Game Dev Tycoon, but I don't really want you to watch Game Dev Tycoon. Yeah, so, like, this run, at least, started off as just kind of like, oh yeah, it's my junior year, things are getting stressful, I want to just play games and record them as a stress relief. And then now it's like, you know, like I've gained like 60 some subscribers. I have like 10 or so like consistent viewers, one of which I know is my girlfriend, thank you very much, and one of which I know is Musical Geek, thank you very much. And then I'm like still getting new ones, and that just like baffles me, because I'm just like, man, I'm just like this weird kid who likes making games, but also just wanted to play them so I didn't go ballistic in college, because college is iffy sometimes. Like, there is a lot of shenanigans. So I'm like, oh, just to see someone like, you know, like a fan video in a weird way, I'm just like, oh, it's so good. It just makes me really happy. I'm just like, oh, I don't like this at all. I'm just sitting here, you know, playing The Sims. Oh god, I hope that doesn't come off. I don't think that came off as like cocky. I know I can come off as really cocky sometimes. It's like a huge vice of mine, but like I'm really humbled by it, I must say. And it's really a fantastic feeling. I'm just like, thank you so much, everyone. Like that video left me smiling for like, you know, I'm not gonna lie and say like the whole day, because it was like 15 minutes, and then I was like, oh wait, I have like homework I still need to do. Oh man, it's always the homework bringing me down. That's just what happens. I'm pleased about the perfect steal. But you know what? On that note, game's coming along pretty well. I finished my draft of a trailer today, which is really nice. So I need to check it off with my team tomorrow, and also my teacher, probably, and by tomorrow I mean when you guys are watching this video, like 4 days ago. Whenever Wednesday the May the 4th be with you is, because that's when our meeting is. Actually, I need to put that on the slides instead of the date. I just need to put May the 4th be with you. That'll be really good. That'll win us some bonus points, I'm sure. How would you head home now, Alma? But yeah, so hopefully in a few days I might actually have a trailer for that. That'd be really nice, honestly, because, you know, I've been working so hard for so long. Like, even on this trailer, I've put about like a week's worth of decent effort into it. I mean, I could have put a lot more effort into it, but there's also a point where it's like, as like lethargy kicks in, and I'm just like, I don't want to be working anymore. Like, it's weird. It's not senioritis. It's like actual burned outness, which is also why I've been really consistent with The Sims 4. like this series, even though like I know there was a lot of time when I was like, I might not have a lot of time in my last year, and I kept flaunting that. But then as the work got like worse and worse, it was like, okay, I just need to take an hour, play this game, and have a good time. And honestly, like if you like video games like as just entertainment or a stress relief like I do, if you're ever feeling stressed, I don't know, it works for me, maybe it'll work for you, but I would wholeheartedly recommend setting aside some time, not like forcing yourself to play any certain game, because I would not want to make videos if I were still forcing myself to play this game. But just like, if you set aside like 30 minutes to an hour, you're just like, you know what, my stuff can wait. If it can, I am a huge advocate of actually making sure things get done though, but if it is not 100% required, then if it can wait, just, you know, play a game. It's really good. Let's also have you throw that out now. Did you finish reading your book? I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. Just because we left the lot. And it's a shame, but whatever, we'll have you read that book again. Or, you know, probably start her in the middle, right? Let's see. Yeah, okay, it kicks her up to about, oof, she got pretty close, gotta say. Bianca, I want you to come over here. Nope, sorry, not play a game. You're not Ellie. I miss Ellie. Oh gosh, go write a mystery book, please. Let's see. I was talking about something. Oh yeah, so I'm just like getting burnt out with this year because it seems like more and more work's getting piled on. Whereas like, you know what, Andre, if you're gonna live, go tend the garden. Okay, like there's no reason to let it die if you're gonna be here with us for a while. But yeah, it just seems like 6 months is not enough time to make a really good game, and it was not enough time to make my game as I had originally envisioned it. And like that was kind of a tough pill to swallow when it happened. I was like, but it's not gonna be as good as I had hoped. But it's also like, well, it's gonna be as good as we can make it. We can make sure of that. And that's the important part. But then it's getting down to like more and more work keeps piling up in like ridiculous ways. It's just like, man, like calm down a little bit. You can write a biography, and they really did take horror out. Wow. Okay. But yeah, so like today our lecture was on game menus, and pretty much what was in the most lovable way possible shoved down our throats was you need to have good menus in your game because it's like the first what do you call it? Like when you meet someone for the first time. Why am I blanking on these words? First impression that a person will have playing your game. And then it kind of came down to, if you don't have good menus, there's a good chance they will not like your game and not give it the time to actually play. And so it's like, okay, that's crazy. Started pregnancy for Callie Quiroz with Casey Quiroz. Started pregnancy for Candace Chavez with Dina Barfield, and married Journey Aaron and Caden Guerrero, and Sylvia Creach just completed her. That last one wasn't supposed to be in there, but it lined up at the same time. But yeah, so it's kind of like, okay, well, 6 months is not enough time to even make the game that we wanted. What makes you think that 6 months is enough time to make the game that we wanted with the menus that it deserves? Or another thing that we talked about is that trailers should, if at all possible, contain music composed like for the trailer. So it's like, okay, so 6 months is not enough time to make the game we want to make. So it's not enough time to make the game we want to make with the menus the game deserves. And we don't have a composer, so it's kind of like, well, you know what? I need to use royalty-free music. Thankfully, I don't think he can argue with that because there's nothing legally wrong with using royalty-free music. No, sleep. But it's just kind of like, man, all this stuff is piling on. So when I was working on the trailer, my first thought was, sweet, it won't be working on the game, this will be awesome. Then it also came down to, well, I still need to work on the game and do the trailer, and now I have even less time. Although, to be fair, I did not put nearly as much work into the game as I did the trailer. But honestly, I kind of needed that too, because, you know, like, super stressedness is not something to mess around with, as I've learned. Stress plays like a big role in my life, it seems. Like, pretty sure it's one of the big reasons for my back pain. Pretty sure it's one of the big reasons for mine not being able to sleep very well at night. You know, it's just like, ah man, lots of stuff working against me. Probably all related to stress if I had to guess, so, you know, but I got the trailer draft going and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Like I needed to do a lot of messing around with animations because like in our storyboard I had like, oh well, this person talks to soldiers, and I'm like, well, we don't have an animation of him talking with anyone, so just kind of gonna need to recycle sprite. And it kind of came out janky, but it came out janky in a lovable way. And honestly, I would like to be able to say that by the time you guys are watching this, it would be really nice to already have the trailer released on YouTube. But there's also a good chance that that won't happen. Why don't you go write a biography? And you know, that's just kind of what needs to happen. 12 years of Nave Lighten. No, we're not doing that. Although that is pretty good. We're gonna write a real biography. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna do, oh, listen to that clickety clack. The Trying Times of Dustin Pfeiffer. Yeah, that's a sellable title right there. Oh, but yeah. Yeah, so I would love it if like I can have the trailer out like by the time you watch this. There's a decent chance that I won't because our teacher's probably gonna have something that he doesn't like about it. And then, you know, I gotta like change it and whatnot. Okay, good. You are playing that. Playing chess is what I mean by that, of course. How about you as well, Viviana, go play chess? I mean, Alma left. She just kind of ran out. Come on, girl. You needed fun. Could have gotten some fun, but suppose not. You better have fun at school then, okay? Okay, you can stop washing your hands. Actually, no, because you showered first. It's probably a good thing to wash your hands after using the bathroom, after a shower especially. Oh good, logic level 3, so you can do that. But yeah, so hopefully in the near future this trailer will be out. I'm so sick of grilled cheese. By Cheyenne Amos. I didn't realize we still had this, that's really good. Wait for recess. Sorry Sylvia, don't throw your paper airplane like that. Alma has met Emily. Throws are playing out on the playground where the wind lifts it high, does 3 loop-de-loops and barrel rolls before landing next to the slide. All of Sylvia's friends want her to teach them their new design. Yeah, that's the way you do it. That's actually a really funny little event. I have a great paper airplane story. One of the things that I don't know if they still do these in like elementary school. So I don't know, maybe someone can help me out if they're in elementary school. I don't know how many of those there would be. 2903, nice. But book orders, those were a thing. You can just like, you know, order books. Oh my gosh, why does everyone want to ditch? No, I'm actually going to say no. I'm also going to have you slack off a little bit, because I think that gets your fun up. Who phoned now? Who phoned? Who's? Viviana? Hello? No. Sorry, Aubrey. Yeah. Andrea, don't just donate away our money. We need that, okay? Go harvest all these, please. Bianca finished her book about me. I'm very glad. Not that my life's anything worth writing about. But so, yeah, so in this book order, hold on, I'm trying not to get sidetracked. It'll happen sometimes, but we're okay. In this book order, I bought a book on how to make many different paper airplanes. It probably had like 20 different designs, which is pretty good for when you're like a 8-year-old, 10-year-old kid. And one of them was called, like, the Uranus plane or something, or Urania, something like that. I want to say it had to do with Uranus. Who's this? That's almost, but who's meeting? I don't care. We're not doing it. Oh, it's Punchlines. I don't know who they are. It's our family. We might as well just call it Family Reunion. Yeah, so one of them was called like the Uranus airplane or something like that. And just to give you a little bit of context, I still know how to make this plane. I find myself thinking about it like once a month because I'm like, it was a good plane. But so I made it, and this had to be like, actually it was probably even younger. It was probably like 6 or so because it was at my old school. So like my first school that I remember going to. So it had to be between the years of kindergarten and 2nd grade because after that I transferred out. But so I made this plane in class, just like Sylvia did. And I made the decision to wait until recess, just like Sylvia did. And when I went out, and it was a kind of windy day, like I have no doubt that helped. But I threw this plane, and it caught an updraft, flew probably like 20 feet into the air, and then did circles. And it stayed like... It somehow like caught the wind. Like it was probably made kind of badly just because it was doing circles when it probably should have been flying because I don't think there was a tornado there. But it stayed up. So it flew like 20 feet up, and then every circle it did, it lost maybe only a foot or a foot and a half. So it was up in the air doing these pretty big circles, probably like 10-foot radius or so, and it did them for like 30 seconds or something. And I was like, what? And then because I was like an 8-year-old or 7-year-old at the max probably, and didn't understand how like any physics worked or that, you know, the plane would eventually land, I was chasing it around. So I'm on the field running around in circles for like 30 seconds and I get super dizzy. And then finally the plane lands and I pick it up off the ground and I fall over because I can't stand up straight because I have been running around in circles. So that's my paper airplane story. It's one of my fondest memories from my youngin' days, but that's also because I'm not trying to gain sympathy points or anything here. It's also because it's one of my only memories from those days because I just do not have a very good memory. Like, I can remember the names of my teachers, but then my mom's like, oh, I ran into your 1st grade teacher at the store. And I was like, I could probably run into her anywhere and not recognize her until she told me, hey, I was your 1st grade teacher. And I'd be like, no way. How did you not finish? Maybe that one doesn't count. I don't know. Chasing the quadruple rainbow. Stolen from mob wives. Okay. But yeah, like I just don't have a good memory. I think I've talked about this one. That's also like why I'm really obsessed with photography and videography, is just because it makes physical, I guess technically digital, but it makes digital something that my brain would forget about. And so it's really nice to be able to say like, hey, like here's actually a good example is I'm like, hey, I don't remember the fact that I went to a concert most of the time, even though I did it literally a week before spring break, and spring break was just 2 months ago. Celebrate Alma's birthday. Don't mind if I do. Alma, eat your chips and salsa. But so it's nice to have these videos and pictures that I took because I'm like, no way. I did see Nightwish live because, you know, I didn't think I would have, honestly. They were on my bucket list. I have a list of bands that I want to see before either I die or they die, meaning they break up. And Nightwish was up there for a long time. I've been a Nightwish listener since about 7th grade, I think. Which I believe is right about... no, it couldn't have been that. 9th grade, maybe? 8th or 9th grade? Because it was right when Dark Passion Play came out. And that was the first full album that I had by them. But yes, like they were on that list. And I always thought, like, man, the closest they will ever come is LA. I will never see them unless I can get down there. Did I accidentally give it to you? Please tell me. Okay, good. But yeah, and then I did. I'm happy. But other notable bands on that list are Queens of the Stone Age, Them Crooked Vultures, very closely related since they share like one member. At one point they shared 2 members, but Dave Grohl was just a touring member of Queens of the Stone Age, but a permanent member of Them Crooked Vultures. And Rammstein. Those are like my 3 bands where I'm like, I need to see these. Okay, let's see what we got. Alma, it's your birthday. It's your birthday is today. Have yourself a very, very merry birthday. Look at how old she is. I just realized something. I do not have... Oh, hold on. Laptop, come here. Oh, lifting you up. 12 pounds, redonkulous. Why did you turn off? Why did your screen turn off? That was weird. Okay, so I got my laptop in my lap now, so let's try this. We'll go to D. We'll go to our workspace. We'll go to Random Sims 4 Traits. We'll go to Source, and we will Java the Random Sims 4 Traits. And it is giving us Insider. So a genius kleptomaniac insider. Man, that's weird. Well, it has spoken. So yeah, let's do that. Alma is now a genius kleptomaniac insider. It's too bad. I don't think her stealing things... One second, let me put my laptop back on my bed. I don't think her stealing things and me selling them count as her earning money. So as much as I would love to do that, I just don't think there would be a purpose. Well, I mean, there obviously would be of just having fun and utilizing her traits to the maximum ability, whereas The Sims 4 does not really do that on its own, so it's up to me. But that's like a lot of work also, but... Congratulations, we made it through our first episode on my new computer. And here's to hopefully many more. I think this thing will last me quite a bit because my plan after college was to build a computer and then keep upgrading it until I absolutely couldn't anymore, like until like the motherboard dies. And then at that point it's like, well, technology's probably moved on enough to buy a new one. But I'll just skip the building part and do it with this one. I'm supposed to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Until next time on The Sims 4, Our Legacy with the Creach family. Good night, Alma. That's a little weird. Goodbye.